So good morning, everyone. Group 3 here with our final presentation on language. Our topic today is language issues in the Caribbean with a greater focus on language as a means of cultural retention in Jamaica. Today, I have my 3 group members here with me, Peter Gay Forrester, Kiana Shim, and Tosca Wallace. And today we'll be discussing how members of the Jamaican society use language to communicate and how we have, as a society, retained cultural practices through the use of language. So to start the conversation, Peter Gay will begin with a poem by Miss Dr. Louise Bennett Coverley.
All right, good morning, everyone. The title of this poem is Bands Are Killing. So you are the man me hear about. Are you them said that take one heap of English order that you go and kill dialect? Make me get it straight. Marshally, for me no understand, you go and kill all English dialect or just Jamaica one? If you're equal up with English language, then what make you go and go feel inferior when it come to dialect? If you can't sing Linstead Market and water come on me eye, you have to tap sing all long sing and coming through the rhyme. The language where you're proud of, where you honor and respect, poor Master Charlie. You don't know so that it spring from dialect? That them start to try turn language from the 14th century, 500 years ago. One and them got more dialect than we. You will have to kill the Lancashire, the Yorkshire, the Cockney, the Broad Scotch, and the Irish brogue before you start kill me. You will have to get the Oxford book, an English verse, and tear out Chaucer, Burns, Lady Grizzel, and plenty of Shakespeare. When you don't kill with rumor, when you kill variety, you will have to find a way to kill originality. And mind how you da read them English book that on your shelf. For if you drop, you might have to kill yourself. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Peter Gay, for that. All right, so from that poem, we identified how Mrs. Bennett Coverley, or we had identified where she covered where that contributes to the greater language. And some contributors of dialect are Shakespeare and some other English contributors to our Jamaican language there in the poem. So one of the basic or first institutions or places where we would learn language is the classroom. So Tosca, you would be more familiar with such an environment. Have you identified where dialect or the use of other languages apart from the Jamaican Standard English along the Jamaican language continuum is used within the classroom, or where you have found that you have had to use other languages?
Thank you very much for having me, Garan. Well, as an educator and also an educator in training, I have realized that language is a phenomenon in Jamaica. The research has been done by Kareem and Washington 2021, which spoke about how to evaluate preschoolers or kindergarten students across Jamaica, especially considering that their language development are different and it is varied. And we know that we have the language continuum that we speak about, and we know that most times children are learning the different languages on the spectrum. So as educators, we have to enter the classroom using standard Jamaican English. However, because of the diversity among the students, each coming from a different home, coming from different communities, coming in with different ways of speaking, we have to be able to relate to them. We have to be able to talk so that they can understand. And when they communicate with us, we have to be able to understand and have a good relationship in the classroom. I would just like to share this video with the audience.
So with that visual representation or that clip from class of 73, we identified how, and with the testimony from TESCA, we identify or can identify that there is a use of both the standard English and the Jamaican Creole in the classroom. However, within the marketplace, for the parents that would be socializing these children, I would assume that it is somewhat the same because I have been in the marketplace and I have had to interact with persons both in standard English and in Patois. However, for Kiana, what has your experience been like in marketplace, whether with market vendors, shop owners, or let's say you buy a CD for your car or something? How has that experience been?
Hi, Garan. So I am also one of those persons who would have been socialized in the marketplace through my parents when I was younger. So my experience has been that there is a slight differentiation. However, Patois, Jamaican Creole, is the main dialect that is used in that situation, but there are slight differentiations. So for example, for the market vendor, they strictly speak Patois. They only speak Patois. They don't speak any form of standard English. And this is because it is simply the easiest form of communication that is understood by majority of people who are shopping at the market, and it's used to negotiate, it's used to promote products for sale, and that's the Jamaican Patois. However, the shop owner now, they would utilize a mixture of Jamaican Standard English and Patois as they're appealing to a more formal market. So they would also use Patois and Standard English to sell their products and to communicate with their customers. And then for the CD man, he also uses a mixture, but mainly Jamaican Patois, as he is out in the market promoting his products. And Patois is what is more suitable for that informal situation.
You see, I have identified a common factor both in what you and Tosca have stated in your points, and it is the informality of the language that is power. So it is used to kind of break the ice. So it's not as tense. It's
right. And it
formal, it's
authenticates the entire Jamaican experience as well. So when someone comes here and they're speaking Patois, you can easily identify that they too are Jamaican. And then you guys can form a connection based on the fact that you both can speak Patois fluently.
And from personal experience, I have seen where a particular accent or tone in the sound or the use of the language used, or the words used, phrase used, will identify where someone is from.
Correct. In Jamaica,
within the country, yes.
Right. In Jamaica, we have 14 parishes, and they would say that each parish has their own accent. So a Kingstonian's accent would be different from someone's accent who lives in St. Elizabeth.
Or they speak, yes. It's the same accent. But
correct.
For the music, what is it like? I want Peter to take on that part, because with the poem earlier, where Mrs. Bennett Coverley discussed language, and where Tosca and Kiana has identified or indicated to us that there is the use of both languages. English, and you may be someone that speaks the broken English, or socialized to speak broken English, as many students in the classroom that Tosca interacts with. And it would be important for both of us to be able to switch. We consider it code switching now. But what is it like for music? I just discussed with Kiana that persons from particular parishes or regions within parishes will speak differently, but we all understand what is being said in the music. What has that been like for you, Peter Gay?
Okay, Garan. So what I've noticed that certain aspect of Jamaican English is used in popular music expressions. The dancehall music is expressed predominantly in Creole. Dancehall in particular is the most popular genre, and that use Patois to appeal to its international and local markets. Also, I've seen where DJs use Patois to express emotions lyrically. And an example is in a song done by Buju Banton. That song is called Champion. So where he expressed that women, so he's talking about the beauty of Jamaican women through the use of Patois. So there are also some performers who feel more comfortable to express themselves in Creole, in the Creole language, since they can relate more to their target audience. So that will give the audience a better understanding, and they can connect to what the DJ is performing.
So again, with the broken language being used to ensure that we're better able to relate to each other. So yes. It has been a consistent theme across each point or throughout each point that using the broken English or the Jamaican Creole has assisted in communication. So I guess Lodge was right in saying that both languages are important or are necessary within the society. Tosca stated that it's necessary in the classroom. Kiana stated that she has seen where it is important to be used in the marketplace. And you repeatedly just explained that it is there in the culture. But you mentioned The Champion by Buju Banton. So let's hear a snippet from it real quick.
Me all walk like a champion, act like a champion. What a piece of money, girl, tell me where you get it from. Up on your entrance, ram pa pa pam pam. Can't let me in, me got it where you are waiting. Walk like a champion.
And again, we see walk like a champion, talk like a champion.
Yes, Garan. And you can see that certain aspect of the Jamaican music is more appealing and enjoyable. And this shows the pulling power of our mother tongue, which is the Creole.
The expression of it all.
Yes.
I can just imagine this being used in the marketplace. Or, well, I cannot imagine Buju in the classroom. I cannot imagine Walk Like a Champion. Tosca, can you give us a snippet or a sample of you singing Walk Like a Champion? Could you do that in the classroom? I guess Tosca is not with us, technology people. But that is the end of our discussion today. We have identified where each aspect of the language is used at various points throughout the society and throughout the culture, where it is used in the classroom, in the marketplace, and in the music and in the poem earlier by Dr. Louise Bennett Covell. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, this final episode with Group 3. It was a great semester, and I wish you guys a great summer.